Will you stand for God's law or bow to tradition? In the final crisis of Earth's history, the question will not be which church you attend, how often you pray, or how loud you sing. The question will be this: will you stand for God's law or bow to the traditions of men? This isn't a debate over minor theology. This is about the foundation of worship. This is about the authority of God versus the counterfeit system built on lies, compromise, and convenience. Mark 7:7-9 reveals the heart of the issue. In vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. Full well ye reject the commandment of God, that ye may keep your own tradition. Let that sink in. Jesus condemned religious leaders not because they lacked devotion, but because their traditions had replaced obedience. And today, that same spirit is alive. Pastors preach sermons with passion. Priests chant holy liturgies. Imams call the faithful to prayer. But when it comes to the fourth commandment, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy, silence, or worse, rejection. They say, that was for the Jews. They say, we worship on Sunday now. They say, it doesn't matter which day you keep, as long as your heart is right. But God says otherwise. Isaiah 58:13-14 calls the Sabbath my holy day and promises blessings to those who honor it. Malachi 3:6 declares, I am the Lord, I change not. And Exodus 31:16-17 says it is a perpetual covenant, a sign forever between God and his people. So who gave man the right to change what God made eternal? The Catholic Church admits it openly. In her own writings, she boasts that she changed the day of worship from Saturday to Sunday, not by scripture, but by her own authority. And the Protestant world? They follow along, bowing to tradition, while claiming to stand on the Bible alone. This is not ignorance. This is rebellion. And the final warning of Scripture echoes loud and clear. Revelation 14:9-10. If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark, he shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God. That mark is not a microchip. It's not technology. It is a mark of allegiance to man's law, not God's. The Sabbath is the test. Revelation 14:12 says, Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. So where do you stand? With the remnant who honor God's commandments? Or with the majority who keep Sunday out of habit, tradition, or fear of persecution? Let history warn you. In the days of Daniel, a law was passed that no one could pray to any god except the king, but Daniel stood firm. In the days of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, a golden image was raised, and everyone was commanded to bow. But they stood tall. They refused to compromise. They refused to bend, even if it meant death. And today God is looking for those same warriors, men and women who will stand for his law while the world bows to convenience, tradition, and the beast. Will that be you? Will you stand when the churches unite under error? Will you stand when the state enforces a counterfeit Sabbath? Will you stand when your job, your freedom, and your life are on the line? Or will you bow because it's easier? The storm is coming, and only those built on the rock of obedience will survive. So I ask you again, will you stand for God's law or bow to tradition?